when I'm chipping, I move the ball back in my stance a little bit, right? I want it, instead of in the center on my nose, I try to move it to my right eye, maybe even right ear, depending on our stance. I want the weight to be forward. I want to kind of lean forward like this. I don't necessarily want to go on my left foot, put all my pressure on my left foot, and my head go backwards. I want to just feel like my head is going a little bit more towards the target, right? That should effectively put all of our weight on the left side, or most of our weight. All right, so the ball's a little further back. I feel like I'm leaning, and then I'm making sure that the handle is pointing a little bit more forward. I start to de-lock the club to make it go a little bit lower. Okay, that makes sense? That alone itself is going to, how we set up to it, is going to give me a lower trajectory. So then I don't have to feel like I have to do something weird with my hands or my swing to change that, right? If I set up and have this a little bit further back in my stance and I'm on the left side and I take a shot like that, it's just typically going to go lower, right? It's typically going to go lower. I don't have to do anything. The biggest difference that I find for a chip and a pitch shot is how I use my hands. Right? If I want to hit a pitch shot, my hands are I'm using my hands a little bit more. You can see there's a little bit more of lag in the club. That's always going to get us higher in the air in check. The more we have this going, the more the club is going to get up, or the golf ball is going to get up in the air. So I feel like I'm firm wrestling. I'm not tight, like you were just talking about. I'm not locked up like this, but I feel like I kind of put a hold on my hands. So I start to work the club like that. The club starts to work more of like a putter, like this, then pitch be a little bit more like this. And you kind of see that movement in the club, right? Pitch shots, we're going to set up middle of our stance, right? We're going to set that up in the middle of our stance. We don't have to go too crazy forward. We'd like the weight to be on the left side, but we're not going to go as far forward as we would with a pitch shot, okay? That one we just allow, I don't feel like I'm hinging like I would in a full shot. I feel like if I just allow the weight of the club to go back and forth, it will hinge a little bit and it will unhinge on that side, right? We'll start to get both of these things going, all right? So, I want you guys to experiment with the different clubs. I want you guys to hit some chip shots. I want you guys to hit some pitch shots, okay? Distance-wise, I would say like towards the end of the fairway. It's kind of our goal, right? So we hit some different shots like that. After a little bit, we'll start talking about distance control on this, of how to control your distance. And once we get a feel for this of what we're doing, we'll talk about distance control. Anybody have questions? Everyone good?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.